Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we're continuing the adventures of our feral druid. Got a little bit of a Lebanon Halloween costume there. We're going to go into RFK a little bit under level, which is unfortunate because a few of the quests are just not available for us at the beginning. And we're also coming in as DPS instead of tank. You know, you can't always choose what you want to do, and sometimes you just gotta go with flow. So we'll try our very best. To basically just dish out good damage. We're by far the lowest in this group, so that'll be a challenge. Only self-buffed, that will be yet another challenge. And I think we're going to focus on casters, just so that we're dishing out enough damage. Trying to stay behind the mobs, not parry haste them as much as possible. I mean, compared to the mage, we are dealing more damage. He's higher level than we are, but at the moment these mobs here are also all rather green, so it will become a little bit more difficult later down the line. Feral DPS, not necessarily known for its absolute crazy DPS. It is viable until the very end game, but you need to put in a lot of effort to get tech speed buffs in order to make it work. And so far we do not have a lot of great other buffs. One thing that we can do is we can swipe, but we don't even have a proper finisher other than a damage over time, which in group play will never lead to anything meaningful in terms of DPS. Don't have any scrolls, so we just gotta wing it. Warrior is dealing by far the most damage here. Not surprising, he's also much higher level than we are. Warlock is coming in at kind of second rank here. It's a nice set of shoulders, better than mine. And now enemies are starting to be orange for us. Well, at least they're a good experience overall. Let's bind this for us. Stamina intelligence is definitely casted here. Not necessarily what we need. We need attack power, agility, and of course stamina if we want DPS. And strength, stamina, if plus also attack power if we want to be tanking, which, to be fair, was the original plan of this. I think I'm dealing more damage. Just keeping a couple of them on me. There is another patrol. Can't power shift at the moment. Priest still is okay on mana, but I think it wouldn't hurt if we're helping with a bit of healing here. finishing all of the enemies, and yeah, a bit of off heal isn't a bad idea. Priest can't take off the poison. This particular poison isn't that bad. I'd rather start dishing out more DPS. I'll stay on casters. We're just going too early do the rip, so there is more damage over time, uptime. Gotta be careful, don't want to be the one pulling the guys from up there. Again, going for the caster here. Right, he moves over. The casters aren't hitting that hard. We can tank them even in cat form. Yeah, look. The DPS isn't perfect. Healing myself here in case I will get ads. Don't have a real good stealth opener. It doesn't really matter. Let's see if my DPS is higher if I backstep. Honestly, it's about the same. This guy has enough hit points for us to maybe actually land a bleed, but we're missing a lot. Nah. Last hit was nice, but overall that was like nothing. Alright, let's go for the other side. Yeah, all we have is Shred. I always hated when the melees are not taking out the totem, so I won't be that guy. I definitely need more attack power just to upgrade the amount of damage that I'm dealing in cat form. Also for leveling, by the way. Plus 22 healing spells is really good for this level. Would be surprised if he's not taking it. Yeah, he's taking it because it's a really good item. Got a little bit of heal support, and now we're going for the boss. Very nice caster rope. Seems like we're in the wrong dungeon, my dudes. Okay. So these are high armor targets, so the bleed will come in quite handy. But yeah, they are also high level targets for me. Should definitely do that dungeon again, but at level 29 and with the necessary quests. Alright, Mr. Warrior, let's go.
Victory for Gabagan.
The Overlord. Trying to hit him from behind. Let's see if stacking bleed will work for him. Likely not. He's already too far down. DPS is not good. That's a male helmet. Drops are not working really out for us. Quests are not yet working out for us. It's unfortunate. Is he really pulling all of them? Don't have anything on that, and I could use it. I think he has problems holding aggro on all of these guys. Okay. Quadruple orange, guys. Interesting. Let's not fall down here. That would suck. Listen, if we do have one enemy and I have full combo points beforehand, these are actually good. Okay, this might be a good ambush. So and so. Yeah, on multi-packs, like I said, we're taking the short end of the stick. Against high armor targets, I don't think that our rake is really dealing enough damage. They're dying too fast, despite the high armor. I might be wrong. I'm now trying a little bit of a different approach, using a rake to get an early few combat points into Rip, to get one of them basically bleeding. Something along the lines of this. It's already too much. It should just be like one combat point into bleed. I think I can optimize the rotation a little bit so that there's still damage over time without overdoing it. Same problem as with Affliction Lock. You don't want to overload with dots because the mobs are dying much faster. So we're looking into one. Another tab. Yeah, bleed this so and so, guys. Like I said. It's not really worth it. I'm better off than the mage. But the mage isn't exactly parsing super well. Okay, putting bleeds on all of them. Since I don't have a nice finisher, might as well just tap through and put a couple of bleeds on. That worked okay, although the DPS doesn't really show that. Alright. With that little bit of extra bleed, I was still ending up at the same position. The level discrepancy is just too high to parse well here. Three times bleed on these guys, and you can see it's minor damage, right? So 13 here, 13 there. That's not really major damage. Level 33. Ouch. Immediately starting with some bleed. Let's see how it holds up. I'm just keeping the bleed up essentially. It's okay, it's an improvement of 5 or 6 DPS against a red enemy. I suppose I should be happy with that. Absolute banger of some pants, so that's good. Although not at high enough level to wear them yet. And look, I mean, all of them are much higher than I am. In around 33, so that's 5 levels higher. I'm just trying my best to stay relevant with the DPS that I'm doing. Always ending up in around 35-ish DPS. Which for orange/red mobs, not too bad. Okay, these bets are quite dangerous if they go for our healer, simply due to their silence ability. Missing a lot, getting parried a lot. And you can see my dots still need to start ticking before I'm even climbing up in DPS, so it's a slow grind. Alright, this is a bit harder. There are a couple more enemies there. My DPS plan this time worked better, 51. Good DPS. Keeping dots up on both of them. On a pack of orange ones that's still, that was a little bit lower. Yeah, I don't necessarily need any of that.
I'm out of range. That's that yet.
Always rebuffing thorns. Helping my tank out. 10 slot back. Nice. How much is that worth? Okay, a gold. That's not too bad. Well, so much for stealthing. Went slightly back so that the chain lightning wasn't hitting me. Coming in at 30 DPS.
Our new allies will avenge us.
Cleansed all of my bleedings. That's nasty. One of X, not necessarily a skill that I do have. I do have maces, two-hand maces, but no axes. So it is what it is. No head for me, since I didn't have the quest. But what we can do is the escort quest. Just need to make sure that this here is being taken care of very well. Yeah, mana still looks good. We're okay. Alright, leaning fully into 3 strength, 3 stamina. I can definitely need on that, thank you. And that cloak is an immediate upgrade.
Time is money, friend.
Good. Each of these casters can now drop Treasheller's Pendant. I gotta stay nicely back, because boy do I have an extreme aggro range. Funnily enough, against even level mobs, when I'm not at such a disadvantage as a melee, the DPS definitely tilts in my favor. Let's see on this AoE pool, which is heavily mage favored, if I can at least hold my own. Well, look, I mean, not really. The warrior took the cake here. But it's okay. We still had lots of fun in this dungeon. I'll be likely coming back off screen. Not sure, but we had the level, or we would have the level 29 quest, a couple of tubbers on top of it. And if the pendant isn't dropped, then that's a third quest as well. And getting 3 elite quests done in one sitting, plus an adequate size, adequate level dungeon, is not a bad thing. Everybody is kind of around level 30. This dungeon is fantastic. I really like Razorfang Crowl. It's nothing special, but it is kind of like good, solid entertainment.
Out of range.
Yeah, I mean, this is caster gear, but it is just better than mine. So it would be stupid not to do it. Taking curses off. Unfortunately can't do the tubbers, that's the other quest. What is a bit disheartening is I'm still pumping like 40 DPS even if I'm not target switching and maxing out. Even if I just mash one key, I'm oftentimes just almost doing better, in this case 45 DPS. That's a bit unfortunate. Damage over time really should have been much higher. Because the question that everybody is going to ask themselves, rightfully so, is why would I risk that my damage over time isn't really finishing if I could just mash one button and then that is okay.
I'm out of range.
Let's see what one button backstepping is going to look like, because that at least has a positional requirement. I'd be curious to see what the average DPS of that looks like. Potentially not that great, because I haven't really skilled it, and it still costs a lot of energy. But I suppose we're going to find out in a bit. We're looking at similar numbers overall. $45, $50 DPS. Good, at least I'll get this quest done. So that is something. Warf's having an absolute field day with sweeping strikes and cleave. Keeps a high amount of aggro, so threat, and keeps a lot of rage at the same time. I mean, the one thing that I can say for myself is a bit of a redeeming quality for this run, besides being by far lowest level and as a melee having to deal with all of the problems that comes with that, is we had a lot of uptime. Like, I wasn't slacking, and if I would be looking at the overall damage done, I'd potentially not be that bad. Do we have overall damage? No. Okay, good. Willix is out. We are in a good mood, and we finished Razor Fang Crowl, so that is something. This might even ding us to level 29, which would be great.
Hey, how you doing?
If not the end of the world. Oh, how could I forget the final fight?
What's up?
Good, what are we taking? I think we're going with... good question. I think 6 agility. Very close to level up. That's a nice, overall nice ring for our cat form. And an overall nice reward. Being very, very Lucky. Anyways, have a good one, guys. I'll help them here finish their quest, and then we are pretty much done. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a good day. Bye bye.